Yeah, hello to everyone. This is Kennedy Ngo, and I'm really happy and excited today because Paul, how was so. So I just want to ask you, how are you today, and what's your spirit working with Kennedy?
I'm doing great, Kennedy, and my name is Paul Dean. I'm the seller, first-time seller. One thing I was very impressed with Kennedy on a variety of issues that I thought stood above the services that I was thinking of using with another real estate agent was Kennedy's positive energy, his experience in the field, his multiple houses ever sold, and one thing that caught my eye, of course, was that every house that Kennedy sold in the neighborhood in San Jose, but obviously he represents the Santa Clara area and who knows where, but that the houses were being sold over, and another factor that influenced my decision to use Kennedy very quickly on our first meeting was that the houses were sold very fast. And so Kennedy impressed upon me that you have to present the house in the best possible fashion, stage it, have a clean look, have the nice feel for the house, do as much improvements as you can, but not drag the improvements on forever. And so put it on the market at a fair price, and because of Kennedy's experience and how he presented the house, and I'm sure not just mine, but the other ones, the house sold for more, $20,000 more than the asking price. And to tell you the truth, if I got the asking price, I think I would have been happy enough. And so just like Kennedy's other previous sales, the house did go past the asking price and got multiple offers, and that's another, of course, strong point to get. Instead of just getting one offer, get multiple offers, so you can, obviously for me, the seller, can pick the best offer on the market. So between putting the house on sale, having the house staged, this is just one little small facet of the staging and the great work that Kennedy's photographer did. The house looked great. It was, of course, on view at the Zillow site, and it was sold 2 days later after the open house. He received multiple offers, and here it is only a week later, and I'm already accepting one of the offers. So it's basically a 1 week turnaround from open house to basically getting multiple offers to putting my little signature on a dotted line, and we're going from there.
So overall, you're really happy with my service.
Your service.
And if some other people, your friend or your family, and asking about Kennedy, and who can sell the house, what would you say to them?
I would point them directly at. I would not use anyone. I would tell them, and just go with Kennedy, because a couple things that caught my eye was that he obviously I only knew of him from a sale that he had in the current area. So obviously it's always a good idea to pick an agent that represents someone else in your current area, so you're not using someone far away. And Kennedy, at any time that I needed, another thing that I was impressed about Kennedy's services, that when I called him, that phone was picked up immediately, basically, and any question I left him on text, he would reply. It's very strong. I mean, you can't have an agent that just kind of push you up the side. And another thing was that every time that I needed documents filled out, or he needed documents that I needed to fill out, and vice versa, that he would be there that same day, usually within hours. And so I didn't have to wait days or excessive time. And when these transactions are taking place, there's a lot to do. And especially another thing that I have to say strongly in using Kennedy services that I was very happy was that being a first-time seller, that Kennedy walked me through the paces. So I was not going through this whole process blind and on the form. Any questions I had, I knew I could count on Kennedy to answer it, and answered me in a very timely fashion, and I was very happy with that, Kennedy. So I would recommend Kennedy's services and his team, because I would say Kennedy has a team, obviously, because he had the services of staging, so I didn't have to go through a stager. He had the services, phone numbers, and contacts if I needed a landscaper, gardener, repairman, and disposal, even the little things that count, that can bring a house to being. The house you see now was nowhere close to being the house. I mean, obviously you only seen what you've seen, but there was a lot of steps, and Kennedy kind of guided me through the whole process from start to finish. And I thank you, Kennedy, for that part, especially being a first-time seller. So
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Paul. I really appreciate that you choose me as your realtor, and I hopefully that we can have opportunity to work with each other again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Kennedy.